Good day, everyone. Now we shall proceed to problem 8. Please go to page 380. Problem 8 states that a company manufactures three products in a joint production process. The three products X, Y, and Z. No byproduct is produced in the process. Additional information follows. Now you can see here that you are required to look for the joint cost and the sales value at split off. Remember that sales value, if processed further, is the net realizable value or the NRV of the three products. The company allocates joint cost using the net realizable value method. It is required for you to fill in the missing information as indicated by the letters. Now, to look for the sales value at SO, you must look for the total MV first. Now, how do we find the total MV? We must work back to find the total MV, then sales value at split off. Total MV is equals to NRV plus additional cost. You can see here that in product X, additional cost is 16,000 pesos plus 160,000 pesos of sales value if processed further, or the NRV to get its 176,000 pesos total MV. The same goes for product Y with its additional cost of 12,000 pesos plus 80,000 pesos NRV equals to a total MV of 92,000 pesos. In product Z, additional cost is 6,000 pesos plus its NRV of 60,000 pesos, which will result in a total MV of 66,000 pesos. Now, to get the total of the three, you just add the three total MV of the products, 176,000 pesos plus 92,000 pesos plus 66,000 pesos is equals to 334,000 pesos. Now, you finally got the total MV. Now, to get the sales value at split off, you must divide total MV to units produced. In products X, Y, and Z, its units produced are 1,000 pesos, 6,000 pesos, and 4,000 pesos respectively. So now to get its sales value at SO, for product X, 176,000 pesos divided by 1,000 units produced is equals to a sales value at SO of 17 pesos and 60 cents. For product Y, 92,000 pesos divided by 6,000 units produced is equals to 15 pesos and 33 cents. For product Z, 66,000 pesos divided by 4,000 units produced is equals to a sales value of 16 pesos and 50 cents. Now, the last step is for us to allocate the share in joint cost of the three products. Formula for allocating joint cost is total NRV of each product over the total NRV of all products times the total joint cost equals share in joint cost. Remember that sales value, if processed further, is what we call the net realizable value. For product X, we have 160,000 pesos. For product Y, we have 80,000 pesos. And for product Z, 60,000 pesos with an overall of 300,000 pesos. So to get the share in joint cost of product X, we must divide NRV of product X over the overall NRV of the three products times the joint cost. For product X, we have 160,000 pesos over 300,000 pesos times 180,000 pesos, which is the total of the joint cost given above. We have its share in joint cost of 96,000 pesos. For product Y, 80,000 pesos NRV over 300,000 pesos times 180,000 pesos is equals to 48,000 pesos of share in joint cost. In product Z, 60,000 pesos over 300,000 pesos times 180,000 pesos is equals to 36,000 pesos of share in joint cost. Now, if you add the share in joint cost of the three, we will arrive at 180,000 pesos. To fill up the given problem above, we have the units produced of products X, Y, and Z of 10,000, 6,000, and 4,000 with a total of 20,000 units produced. Its joint costs, like what we've done previously, we have 96,000 pesos for product X, 48,000 pesos for product Y, and 36,000 pesos for product Z, with an overall joint cost of 180,000 pesos. For its sales value at split off, we have here products X, Y, and Z to have 17 pesos and 60 cents, 15 pesos and 33 cents, and 16 pesos and 50 cents respectively. Additional cost to process further, already given above, 16,000 pesos, 12,000 pesos, 6,000 pesos for products X, Y, and Z respectively with a total of 34,000 pesos. Sales value if processed further, again this is the NRV or the net realizable value. We have 160,000 pesos for product X, 80,000 pesos for product Y, and 60,000 pesos for product Z with a total of NRV of 300,000 pesos. To check, of course, if what we have computed for is correct, we will now follow the step-by-step from the very beginning of net realizable value method. We multiply each units produced of the three products to its sales value that we have computed or what we have looked for during the whole process. So we have 1,000 units produced times 17 pesos and 60 cents is equals to 176,000 pesos. We have 6,000 units produced times 15 pesos and 33 cents, 92,000 pesos. 4,000 units produced times 16 pesos and 50 cents equals to 66,000 pesos. Now, we must subtract total MV or the market value to the additional cost also given from the problem, which for product X, we have 176,000 pesos minus 16,000 pesos equals to an NRV of 160,000 pesos. This is also given from the problem above. Product Y, 92,000 pesos minus 12,000 pesos equals 80,000 pesos. Product Z, 66,000 pesos minus 6,000 pesos equals 60,000 pesos. Again, to get the share in joint cost, you just follow the formula total NRV of each product over total NRV of all products times total joint cost equals share in joint cost, which for products X, Y, and Z, we have 96,000 pesos, 48,000 pesos, and 36,000 pesos respectively with a total joint cost of 180,000 pesos. Now, to get the total production cost, we must add the additional cost to the share in joint cost. So, for product X, we have 16,000 pesos plus 96,000 pesos equals 112,000 pesos. For product Y, we have 12,000 pesos plus 48,000 pesos equals 60,000 pesos. For product Z, we have 6,000 pesos plus 36,000 pesos equals 42,000 pesos with an overall total production cost of the three products of 214,000 pesos.